when they chose their decks,
Um,
or only for round one, maybe.
well, they could see the whole bracket, and most really just cared about getting into semi-finals because that's grand finals. The bracket changed very late because Mr. Rage didn't turn up, so they knew briefly who they were going to be facing in round one, and they had the opportunity to re-choose a hero. So I doubt anybody thought as far as semi-finals anyway. I think Sisyphos probably just went with the hero that he's just best with. I'm not sure what Yotenka's best hero is by default.
I can't remember who he played yesterday. He was playing Victor, I think.
I think he might be the lowest.
Might have been the lowest. I only saw two lowests yesterday. There was Pijo and Betrayal for Life.
Oh, there was 10 in total.
Wow. I was only able to watch so many games.
Yeah. So it might have been Yotenko with one. I forget. So we can bring it up. Remind myself.
Meanwhile, though, just Sisyphus, as you said, the master of Banebow here has just completely maintained board control. There's so little that this Amber Rain can do other than putting out the King's Pride, as I had mentioned, maybe King's Pride into Weapon and Fleetfoot next turn, but he's just not getting the cards he needs. He's able to claim a Krygon with the Fleetfoot into the Aldon attack. Certainly hats off to Yotenka here. He's playing the best that he can. And there it is. There it is, GDC, the perfect shot.
Oh, right, it got used. Got used on a on
that 5 health alley, yeah.
Yeah. He does have it. You never know, you might run into something big and beefy. Like Banebow's Bane for a long time was Aeon, then he got Perfect Shot, then he had a way to take him out, get him out of the way, because Protectors cause havoc for Hunters. Because Banebow's ability requires targeting, Victor's requires targeting, Gwen wants to shoot you, so that requires targeting. You ask Baduru as a weapon, he wants to shoot you. So Protectors really get in the way. Having
was there any Tallow Pure Hearts in this?
There was one yesterday. There was one or two yesterday. Yotenka was running lowest. It's a really standard lowest. Chris, Cinderborn, Jasmine, Aldon, Priest of the Light, Seductress, Fireball, Lightning Strike, Nova, Amulet. So pretty standard. Today's gone with Amber, who's less consistent, I guess, because you really are depending on that early Blood Frenzy and the early other stuff.
Yeah, Banebow he's a very forgiving hero to run. Even if you start with a poor draw, say if you start with 3 weapons in your hand or something, you can still make a good comeback.
Yeah, Sisyphos has got so many 3-cost cards here: the Crossbow, the Acolyte, the Krygon, the DMT. I'm not seen any Gargs yet. So once he gets to turn 6, he can start dropping a couple of those things down, piling on the pressure, whereas Amber's Curve, she seems to have enough low-cost cards, but not necessarily able to play both each time. Play the weapon down, you can only hit once with it, and then you get hammered. Well, even if Yotenka's out here, he still gets to play in the 3rd place playoff. And that's for prizes and seeding in the grand finals. So hopefully he doesn't just run away and carries on playing.
And a choice of 30 cards of his choice.
Yeah. I mean, I would take all the exclusive foils I could get my hands on if I didn't already have them all. But him, I don't think he has. So.
Of course. I was actually looking up some of your most recent games, and I saw you playing a Rotham deck.
Oh, yeah.
Not the most standard Rotham deck. I really thought I was going to see the Berserker's Edge.
Right, I think I played 4 games with that, and people kept quitting early with it. And so I wanted to actually get to do something, and they'd already quit.
I'll test them out with you. I'll play my Rotham deck against yours.
Yeah.
The standard, the deck that I think Achi played.
Alright, I was trying to make...
a few months back.
I was messing about with the Ravagers. I think it was Ravagers. It was like a Meltdown. I was using Meltdown for card draw and other crazy stuff like that. Oh, it was Desperate Tactics, that was it.
Yep, that's kind of the Rotham deck that I really like. But you had like Jeweler's Dream and such things, and most people just kind of played the Spectral Saber.
Yeah, Helm of Samit. I thought Helm of Samit, every turn I can bring back that JD, hit with it, and get 2 resources. So I wanted to combine those 2 together, so I've got like continuous bonus 2 resources. Well, what I do with that 2 resources, that's the next question. But I wanted to just try that out. So I gave it a go.
Looks like we got all 4 crippling blows out here. Here comes the Gambit between the Acolyte and his ability.
That's a good... those are good targets to have the crippling blows on. But can...
oh yeah, absolutely.
And they're stuck there now. Amber, though, isn't going to be able to get that much damage down here. A weapon and an ability will do 4 damage. And then a marksman would kill off the Acolyte. Potentially then, if the marksman and the flail survives, then I think that's enough to win. If my maths correct. Oh, it'll be 1 off. Oh, smashing blow instead.
Oh, that's really good for him.
And there's the Wrath of the Forest.
Yep, we knew it was there. It's just haven't had the opportunity to see it yet.
What to do with that remaining 2? Has he got anything to do with it? No. He's going to get hit.
He could have maybe played a Blade Dancer, but just didn't have it. You know that you have quality players in terms of deck builds and strategy and just, overall skill when you have a game where people have 9 and 10 resources.
Yeah, pretty even.
I would feel that, if you're strong enough to get it to that high of resources, you're either quite good at this game or quite bad.
Yeah, one or the other. And now, though, Amber's going to be down to 3 at the start of the turn. There's not... Well, we know there is a King's Pride here. King's Pride... Plus, if she had Chris, then a King's Pride and... Oh, no, but the armor.
He could go potentially King's Pride Fleetfoot and an attack.
Yeah,
from that, and he would save himself a turn, and it would be on Sisyphus to counter.
Well, he can't take out those 3 allies, can he? He could whack the Shadow Knight. He could... He'd have to retreat the other 2. The ability would kill him anyway. I think that's game.
Mm-hmm.
Without the armor, then potentially... if he had Chris, then he could have done it.
It could... this is going to be 3-0 for Sisyphus?
Yep. Yep, he would have secured his spot in the final.
Well, I guess you were correct in telling me that he was one of the players to watch this tournament.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, yeah. He's been in a few finals. He's been around for all four World Championships that have happened in the game so far, and not quite made it each time. He's a solid player though, so he's through to the final now. We can look up BP Maxi 123. Oh, see how he's getting on. Hey, they finished game 2. We can jump in on game 3 then.
What was it? BP MAXI?
Yeah, 1230.
Against Kalala. Oh,
Yeah.
Kalala, I think, was the one yesterday. I just jumped into the game, by the way.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Kalala was the one yesterday that I believe was playing that Victor deck. And I was really impressed with how he played.
So can Zaldar turn this around, or is Moonstalker the one? Well, Moonstalker is going to be facing a Banebo in the final, if he wins.
Mm-hmm. We also forgot to talk about balancing again. But it's
Oh,
okay.
because we found a game to watch. Yeah. Yeah,
This
one
is
day.
much more important than my silly complaints about.
Well, they
cards.
might be valid complaints. This
They
might
might
be a
be.
great chance to mention them. And the audience is wondering what you're going to say. We should leave them waiting, I think.
Absolutely.
See how
Of
this
course,
goes.
I would. There's nothing better than a cliffhanger.
Yeah. What balance suggestions will be suggested by Northern Lights?
Dun, 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 dun.
In the meantime, we have a double Brimstone on the board and a Zaldar with 8 Shadow Energy, which
Yes.
pretty much means you can get zapped for 9 then.
I haven't seen any of this Moonstalker deck. Is he going Millstalker with
Yeah,
Shadow Knights and
there's a Furion Terror in here and there's a Chains of Torment in here. I haven't seen any other allies.
so Fury and Terror is it?
Well, I think. And with that Arthal's Crypt, you can just keep making it go round and round.
And just
And when he's got the Chains of Torment out, that keeps on growing from the dead allies. Eventually, you can whack hard with it. That's the theory. It worked in the other game I watched.
last week I was streaming games, and I swear about 10 games in a row I played against players that ran Luma Fate.
Oh.
And they were running Luma Fate in decks that really have no right to run Luma Fate. It wasn't even Millstalkers, it wasn't any kind of discard decks, it was... I think one Majaya had it, and a Baduru, and then, well, a Skirvox. The Skirvox had it too. That makes sense, but...
Well, it could be that... What were these high-rated players? I like Doom.
No, my rating is somewhat low right now. I'm only at, I think, 210.
210. I think... Because of the reset, I think I'm lower than that. I don't have time to climb much higher. And I mess about, and there's all my excuses. Well, the good thing about Loom, as opposed to a Bazaar, is that you can play it and use it that turn. And then you control when the opponent gets one. I was quite pleased that we came up with that alternative to Bazaar. But why everybody's using it, as opposed to their own native draw, I don't know. It's like... Well, I'm not going to play anything else on turn 1, so maybe I'll put a Loom in. And that's on the board, nice and safe, when I need it.
I really feel that every class of hero has great options in terms of card draw engine, and to go to a neutral item like that, it really, I think Luma Fate kind of only belongs in mill decks, personally. But that's just me. Some people can I'm sure can put up some arguments that would make me look pretty stupid.
Well, we've seen one loom today in this Moonstalker. Well, you've not seen it yet, but it is in here. Otherwise, I haven't seen any others. So you probably are right that they shouldn't be running it.
To each his own. If they want to do it, absolutely. I'm pretty sure I won all of those games. I had when I started streaming last week, it was when I really started kind of hitting the stream hard, and I was getting some people watching. I think I won like 11 or 12 games in a row between Eladwin and Majaya, and it was really great. Okay, so there's that chains you were talking about.
Yes, it's only going to grow from Zaladar's dead allies.
Mm-hmm.
There probably will be some next turn. So Zaladar, almost full hand. It will be full next turn. Full health. Moonstalker does nothing. Is this the opening? A Krygon, another Krygon. They can buff each other. Be 7 left, but he'll heal up to 9. And it wears down that weapon. That's pretty crucial. But I think we'll see a double hide next 2 turns.
Yeah, double hide. Absolutely. That's what Moonstalker does. He hides. You will never catch me playing Moonstalker, by the way. I'm not too happy with what you have to do in order to win games as Moonstalker. It's not my style.
I think we might be the only game that offers the ability to be a stally type person. So I don't know what possibilities for stall type tactics there are in Hearthstone. I haven't played it that much.
I don't know if it's just me, but your microphone is kind of in and out a little bit.
Oh, is it?
Breaking up there.
Oh, sorry. I don't know either. Yeah, this is. I'm not sure what stall options there are in other games. So people who love stall might all come to Shadow Era. Hopefully spend a lot of money. That just then means that maybe there's like more...
Excuse me one moment.
Maybe there's more stallers then in Shadow Era than there would be if all the people who love stall were spread out across loads of different games. I don't know. But look at this now. Dead allies. Chains of Torment is on 7. Zaladar still with full health. 19 cards. Next turn, there's not going to be any hiding from Moonstalker. So Zaladar is going to actually get to have a bit of a hit. Brimstone, no value. Death Mage, down to 10. Up to 12. Needs a Shadow Font. Otherwise this is going to be quite the onslaught. Bazaar. Okay, full moon. There's an answer. That's an answer to all damage.
Yes, it is.
This may well be the thing then. He's going to be able to hit for 8 again next turn. Well, actually, you can still ram into the weapon. That's another trick.
The weapon will lose the durability.
Yeah, or just blow up the full moon. That's another option. How long has Kalala been holding on to that full moon? But I believe if these 2 Krygons buff each other, he remembers to do that, then it is highlighted, so hopefully he'll remember. No, he's got enough on board already. He's got it. The Wild Time Shriek has turned it around.
Yeah.
I need to go and get a drink of water. So that's 2-1.
2-1. So he's fighting back. Kalala's fighting
More
back
to
in the
come.
series.
More to come. More action. Yeah, I just need a drink.
Yeah, absolutely. Go right ahead.
Alright, so I can't mute myself really. I was just trying to still mute you as well. So keep talking. Maybe pose your balancy questions and to the audience, and then repeat when I come back or something.
Okay.
They've been waiting a long time to find out your thoughts.
It's really only one thought about one card, but I will put it out there. Okay, everybody who's here listening and watching the stream, do you feel that Knight of Anaxio is a balanced card in a lot of decks? I feel that card could go one of two ways. I feel he should be nerfed slightly. I think one way to nerf him would be to remove Steadfast as a passive ability from Knight of Anaxio, or to make it so instead of when you discard an ability, you, instead of gaining +2 attack and +2 health, I think you should maybe gain +1 and +1. Any thoughts about that? Go right ahead, because I feel in a lot of decks right now, Knight of Anaxio has such a niche with discarding. You have to kill him the turn he comes out, or he just becomes too much of a nuisance.
I have returned. I just caught something about someone being annoying that needs to be killed the turn he comes out.
Yes, I'm talking about Knight of Anaxio.
Oh, right, Knight. He's the guy you think needs to be...
I think he needs a slight nerf. I think there's two ways that could potentially make him balanced. We could do... I think he needs to have Steadfast removed, potentially.
Oh, wow.
Potentially.
We need more Steadfast, really.
Hmm?
We need more Steadfast, not less. So the lowest has less things to exile. This game started now. I guess we can talk more about the balance in a bit.
Well,
You put it out there
absolutely. I'll start
now. See
this
what
game.
others say.
We'll let everybody... Hang on, I gotta search for... Kalala.
BP Kalala.
Yeah, BP against his guildmate. Game started 4 minutes ago. Okay.
So, has Kalala learnt all the tricks now? Trick number 1. Hold on to one shriek. Don't waste it really early on. I thought I said don't waste a shriek early on. While he's getting rid of a draw engine, okay. But there's already 2 draw engines out. It's a tough one. It's a tough call. Yeah, so Knight of Anaxio, while this is taking off, he does eat up a lot of your cards though. You need to put enough ability cards in your deck to chuck away, and you need to chuck them away as opposed to playing them. So it's actually quite card intensive. He can grow huge. There are a lot of ways to deal with huge allies in the game. I haven't seen him showing up as too OP yet in what I've watched. I like using him. I'm a big fan of him because I think he's strong. I've put him in all my human decks if I've got enough abilities. Not because he's OP, just because I like the guy and he's steadfast. Zala's got a great start here. Is that captured prey? I didn't see one of those yet. Now I have.
He played one in the last game. I think he played it on turn 7 or 8. around then.
Alright. That's where he went wrong. That's why he lost that game. Bad Santa. He's just fueling Zaladar's fire here, but Zaladar's getting one less. Now, of course, he could. Oh, Loom's gone. Where's Loom gone? That got blown up as well.
Yep, he doesn't want Moonstalker to draw anymore.
But Moonstalker's got Blood Moon, he's got Bad Santa. I don't even know if it's worth getting rid of those draw engines.
Potentially. It really depends on what he sees in his hand and if he feels that he's got the win if Moonstalker comes up with less answers. Is Zeladar running any way to remove the Lone Wolf?
I think the only way he's got of removing it is Shriek of Revulsion or Sever Ties. He might run.
Is he running those?
I've not seen them yet, no.
Okay. I always run one Sever Ties in almost all my decks.
Well, you should run Shriek of Revulsion, because that's the same as Sever Ties, but does an extra thing. Unless you're playing human, then fair enough.
Right.
Wait a minute. Sisyphos has left. But he's got to play in the final.
Uh-oh.
What's he doing?
He's so close now.
So he doesn't want to be champion, wildcard champion is at stake.
He must have something very important to do.
Oh, right, he doesn't want to play Millstalker.
I see. So he's making a statement.
Yeah, well, if he just thinks it's auto lost, then fair enough.
Well, I guess I can't blame him. He's playing Banebow, and Banebow is not the fastest of decks, and I feel that defeating Millstalker, you need kind of a hyper-aggressive deck.
He's got a lot of weenies, but the weenies, I guess, we've seen... well, have we seen Infernal Gargoyle? I don't know. He's got a lot of ally control, which obviously isn't going to be useful because there's hardly any allies.
I actually play a Banebow deck that has Infernal Gargoyles and Bad Wolves with Evil Ascendant and just nothing else but board control. Then I win the game extremely slow. I struggle against priests, though, obviously. Any priests in the top 8? No. Or
no.
any of the wild cards at all? I didn't see it yesterday.
I haven't seen any. No priests have got in any top 8s or been used in any day 2s.
Maybe that would be something to discuss on the drawing board of balancing.
Oh, Kilt is asking what Sisyphos is saying. Sisyphos is saying he's not equipped to deal with the Moonstalker. So, he's basically conceding the finals.
That definitely is a shame. I don't blame him, though. But I do want to say that he has played fantastic this entire tournament, so he should feel good about what he's done already.
We'll still watch the third place playoff. Unless those guys both quit as well. Or Kalala turns it around.
Yes, it's true. We could have 2 straight wins from this Zeladar. It's not out of the question yet.
Wow. So Maxi has brought the Moonstalker and just paid off for him. Betrayal for Life brought it as well, and Sissy was due to play Betrayal for Life in the first round until Mr. Rage didn't show up. So...
But was it the same Moonstalker? I think Sisyphus played... he played Moonstalker yesterday, didn't he not? Yes.
Sisyphus was probably running a faster Moonstalker yesterday than this one. This one is pretty slow if you have to play...
Yes, thank you, Mip. That's right, yeah, he was playing... I watched a few of his games, and I streamed a few of them. He was playing a lot of... I called him a fat ally Moonstalker deck. He was playing Flameborn Defilers and other things of that nature. No, don't do it. He did it.
What?
Oh, that's a mistake from the Zaladar.
He used the ability on...
when he had full moon up, yeah.
Whoops. Yeah, that's a waste. There's no use at all.
That's a mistake there.
Kalala's brain has melted, I think. He just said on RLC.
Yeah. He says, I'm annoyed, I'm perturbed, and I...
Yeah, and again, the I might be slightly late still, so... I think he did it twice with a full moon up, or was it just slightly laggy?
I think it was just that once, but I think I had posted something on the forums about someone who said that they rage a lot at this game, and I told them that you should really only get upset at yourself when you make mistakes, and we just witnessed one of those. So maybe the Zaladar is tired. Maybe he's tired.
I would be.
I would be as well. I'm not sure what time zone he's in.
So at this point now, if people are watching this or see the deck list after and see that a Moonstaller won it, or Millstalker if you want to give it the other name, then they might go, maybe I better be a bit prepared for that next time and bring stuff just in case.
Well, in the next coming rounds, everybody's going to be able to see deck lists, yes?
Yes.
They'll see all these deck lists. They'll get posted tonight or tomorrow. So that will be how many lists then? 24, 48 different deck lists posted in total. So yeah, most heroes would have been seen. Everyone will know roughly the kind of stuff that's out there. When they're preparing for the grand finals, they'll put appropriate stuff in, so hopefully there's no auto losses.
Yeah, I think most people who already qualified are also watching the games now. At least I see lots of names on IFC of people who also qualified already. So most are probably also just looking around a bit already.
But I hope most of those players are also watching the streams too.
Well, Bob Ross was watching the stream, but I don't know who else was watching.
I just not to plug my stream or whatever, but I stream maybe 5 or 6 nights a week now. Night, and by nights I mean my nights. I'm GMT -5. I know a lot of the players here are maybe GMT +1 or maybe just GMT 0. But I feel it's a direction that this game could go, and we should look to have more streamers and more people watching and really put this game out there.
I stream for a bit sometimes, but the problem is it's really hard to get viewers.
It is. There's been many of nights over the past few weeks since I've started streaming me playing this game that it's been myself watching. But I put the highlights up people can come and watch. They can see what the game is about. They can see my particular strategies and decks that I like to play, and I've had some positive comments on my strategies and some negative comments on my strategies, but I think that's what this game is about. That's in terms of online communities, I feel that Shadow Era has some of, if not the best, online community in terms of player base being supportive of other players and what they're doing.
Yeah, I think a lot of that has to do with maturity. You've got a lot of ex-Magic players, but probably about 30 or more.
Absolutely.
So hopefully we act a little bit more mature most of the time, and a little bit more. If you've got kids or a significant other, that makes you a little bit more kind, I guess, and forgiving. So
it makes you a little more, I guess. You have a better perspective on things.
And then if you haven't got those things, then at least you get treated well by the others, and maybe that mellows you out, and it all just works out for the best. And that's the Shadow Era community. And it's got nothing to do with the game. Although we do try and listen.
We do.
And there we go.
So there it is.
Yeah.
That's it. The Millstalker, Moonstaller.
Wins. Yeah, I should log these results, shouldn't I? So Sisyphus.
Get those results logged.
1-3-0. Kalala actually got one back. It was 3-2.
He did earn those points.
So 3-1. And the final, Sisyphus, is quitting.
Well, we can still watch game 3 and 4. For spot 3 and 4, we can watch games.
Yeah,
so we still have the best of 5 to go.
We still have a best of 5 to go. So brackets updated. Sissy concedes. I'll just check. He definitely. Sissy concedes, and Yotenka faces Kalala. 4 prizes and seeding.
Memorial. When will the brackets for the World Championship be announced? Because we know that it's seeded according to the what you got in the day 2 results, but we don't know which one from place 1 will go against which one from place 4. So
right. Well, here's the thing. In the first round, a 4 will play a 1, and a 2 will play a 3 in all the pairings.
But there are several permutations you can make.
Yeah. So but people from the same regional will not meet until the semi-finals. So basically, if you came first, you know you're playing one of 3 people who came 4th. If you came second, you know you're playing one of 3 people that came 3rd. So the idea is that all the top seeds can't meet till the semis, and people from all the same regional can't meet till the semis, just in case, everyone in one regional was just the best. So we want to give them a chance to make the semi-finals. So that's the idea behind that. But the actual who you will face won't be announced right until we press the button. There is no button, but I press the enter key, and that then tells everybody that we've started.
That's a button.
We
can call it a button.
We might have no shows as well, which would be ridiculous, but it might happen. And then that, of course, will change all.